Hello again, Miriam from YMCA with another Pilates class for you, another 30-minute class. We'll start with standing stretches and standing roll down and work on from there. So as always, take it easy, take it your own pace, stop the video and practice something momentarily before you get stuck into it. But if you're looking for a challenge, then listen out for options. So let's get started. A little bit of music happening. And off we go. So let's start with stretching tall. Just reach up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and stretch right up. Feel yourself growing tall. Squeeze your sit bones together. That helps you feel tall. Trust me. And relax down. Let's come up again. Lift up. Reach tall. Reach tall. And then we're going to bend our knees and bring our hands down towards the floor. Let your spine open up at the back. Let's breathe in and lift up again. Reach up one more time. And circle arms down, exhaling as you come down. Rolling yourself up, using your belly to lift yourself up. Roll your shoulders forwards and up and back. Breathing in as you lift and breathing out as you roll back. Couple more this way and then we'll go the other way. Really important to roll our shoulders around. Let's go backwards first, lift up and hunch forward. That's it. Doing lots of computer work, a lot of us lately, so it's really important to roll our shoulders and release through there. And we hold tension in them anyway. It's always a worthwhile. Check in every so often how your shoulders are feeling. Let's come on down to the floor. So I'll let you get down to the floor while I adjust the camera so that it's angled down a little bit better. Hopefully that is pretty much right. Come on down and we'll start with basic bicycle legs, adding a chest lift as we go. So just warm up a little bit. If you like, you may choose to toe tap instead. So you could just toe tap if you like. Just gently hinging from the hip, keeping your knees at the same angle. We're not bending our knees as such. We're actually operating from our hips. That's a better method for warming up our belly muscles for the workout ahead. So just gently tapping the toes down towards the floor, hinging at the hip. Concentrating on pressing the navel through to your spine so that you get a good connection with your lower back towards the floor. Really important when you've got both feet operating off the floor, keep your lower back safe by keeping it low down towards the floor. And to do that, you need to work your belly muscles, and that's what Pilates is all about. It's also about working your back muscles, so we will do some exercises for that a little bit later on. Now moving on from here, we can bicycle our legs. So stretch them out. And again, this is going to require you to stabilize your belly quite a significant bit more, because as you stretch your legs longer, your belly has to work a bit harder to keep yourself safe, keep your lower back safe. And now we're going to add a little bit more. So each two bends of the knee, we're going to lift up and then we're going to lower back down again. So reach your hands forward, take a breath in and then breathe out and lower back down, breathing in. Breathe out, breathe in. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears, breathing out here, remember, and breathe in and tuck your chin as you come up. Tuck your chin so you keep your eye gaze on your knees. Breathe in here. Coming up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Couple more. And remember, toe tap is your option. So you can toe tap and lift your shoulders and come back down. So that was an option. So if you're repeating that exercise again, remember that you've got that option if you start to fatigue or if you want to do it the whole way through like that. That's absolutely fine. From there, We're going to stretch our hamstrings out. You might like to start with a little bit of a hamstring stretch. Take your hands behind your thighs or up to your calf. Breathe in and then exhale and gently draw your leg towards you, keeping your chin tucked. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Just give it a gentle stretch. So you can stretch as long as you like and then come into the exercise. Other leg stretches up. Gently breathing out as you draw it towards you. Helps the muscles relax and you can get a little bit more length. That's it. Just a short stretch. You can take the stretch as long as you need to, but just ease out first. Then we'll do our single straight leg stretch. This is like a scissor type movement. If you need to, you can bend your knees a little bit, but the aim here will be to have straight legs and draw the leg towards you each time you draw it towards your face. Exhaling as you go. Breathing in as you switch your legs and then the other leg comes in towards you. So we're getting pretty much stuck straight into it. So you modify it if you need to. Bend your knees if you need to. And the aim here will be to breathe in as your legs pass each other and then breathe out as you draw the leg towards you. Our aim again is to have your chest lifted. So you're working your whole belly. Working your upper belly to lift your chest, working your lower belly to operate your legs. Ideally, we have our legs as straight as we can manage and we bring our knee as close as possible towards our nose. Breathe in, we switch, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That's it. So a micro bend in the knees is acceptable, that is absolutely fine. Main thing is using your chest muscles, the muscles of your belly to roll your chest towards your hips, taking the strain off your neck. If you need to though, lie your head down, but you must make sure that your belly is really working to push your lower back towards the floor. With your head lifted, it naturally pushes your back towards the floor and you're safer. A few more. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Using that belly and knees to chest. Good job. We're going to go from there to our dead bug position and then we'll come back to our double straight leg stretch. Dead bug, knees are over hips, arms are up towards the ceiling. Hands and leg are going to move in opposite directions. So as the leg stretches out, this arm comes back behind. Come back to the centre and the other side goes. Good. So this hand is wanting to get in on the act. That doesn't really matter too much. The main thing is that we're stretching out one side at a time. Breathing in as we stretch long, breathing out as we draw back together. Inhale here, exhale here. Now we're really, again, we've got all our legs and arms off the floor, so we really have to work our belly muscles strongly to keep our back low to the floor and keep us steady. So our body isn't moving, only our legs and arms. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Not letting the knees come too far back over the chest either. So not like so. We want to keep the work going. That's it, stretching long and long. Inhale, exhale. Keep the breathing going. We don't want you turning blue either. Couple more each side. So one more each side. There. And last one. Good job. Good. And bring knees to chest and have a little tiny break. And we'll try our double straight leg stretch. So there's no scissoring happening here, but this is quite challenging. So option here is to have your knees over hips. We place our hands on top of each other, not interlinked. Interlinked fingers can sometimes mean that we're going to pull on our neck to stretch up. It's a support mechanism here only. So we have our hands on top of each other, so we've got less tendency to actually strain on our neck and pull it up. It's just supporting our head. Now option here, again, we've got both feet off the floor, so we must keep our lower back safe. we're stretching our feet away from us, keeping our knees bent. Just as far as we feel like our lower back is starting to lift off the floor, and then we come back up again. We breathe in as we stretch out long, and we breathe out as we come back. Now, those looking for more challenge, we have our legs vertical. Here we need to really squeeze our sit bones together, operate our upper inner thighs, or the backs of our upper thighs to squeeze together, again using our pelvic floor to keep ourselves, to support our legs with these really long levers that are heading down towards the floor. So bent knees or straight, your choice. Big breath in as we lower, and then exhale as we pull them back up towards us. So I'll just change the music again and keep going. So choose where you're at. So even here, it's still quite a challenging exercise. So take it easy and just take your knees as far away from you as you feel able to keep your lower back close to the floor, remember, and then come straight back up again. Those going long, equally important. Just take your legs as far away from you as you are able. We're having our heads up, by the way, to help keep that lower back close to the floor, to keep us steady. Breathing in as you go long, and breathing out as you come back up. Breathing in, and breathing out. So do 3 more. Let's do 3 more wherever we're at. Knees are bent. I'll demonstrate that one this time. Breathing in and breathing out. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale, knees to chest. That's probably enough for our bellies for the time being. So let's do some bridge work and work our glutes instead. So feet on the floor, hands on the floor, shoulders on the floor. Keeping our shoulders down to the floor and pushing through our heels. Let's start with some basic pelvic curls to get into the groove of how things work. As we breathe in, we expand our chest and our belly. And as we breathe out, we press our belly down, deflate our belly balloon, create a curve in our belly so our tailbone lifts up off the floor. Breathing in, relax everything down. Exhaling again, deflate the belly balloon, curl the bottom up off the floor, and inhale as we lower back down. Let's do 1 more, just for practice. Breathing out, let the bottom lift up gently off the floor, and then breathe in. Now we're going to come all the way up to our bridge. Inhale, exhale, and roll up. Pushing the hips up towards the floor, not the ribs. So the hips stay up there. Should be a fairly long straight line down the thighs, up the body to the shoulders. Breathe in at the top and then roll yourself back down. Relax at the bottom, let the tailbone come all the way down to the floor. Let's do 1 more. Breathe in, breathe out, and roll ourselves up. Breathing in at the top, and then breathing out as we roll back down. Good. Let's try coming all the way up and hold this time. We're going to stay up. Breathing in and out gently. We're going to try the classic exercise called shoulder bridge. Now, you might like to have your hands clasped together so that you can really push your shoulders and arms down towards the floor to help support you. That will give you a little bit more stability. Squeezing the bottom firmly, we're going to lift one leg straight, lift it up towards the ceiling, and then lower back down. So we're staying up here. We're breathing out as our foot comes up towards us, and breathing in as we lower down. Breathing out, breathing in. It's meant to be a flowing type exercise. Flex your foot as you come down, point your toe as you come up. Flex your foot and point. Inhale, exhale. Just 1 more. Inhale, exhale, and lower down. Bend your knees, lower down, and rest for a moment. Knees to chest. Yes, Starting to feel that bottom working, feeling your lower back working. If your lower back hurts when you're doing that, then lift your heel instead. I'll show you the options. So while everybody's having a rest, I'll show you what the options are. So you stay in your bridge, you can lift your heel and alternate from one side to the other, up and down, up and down. Another option will be to just lift your knee and lower, and then switch to the other leg. So those are your options. If doing the exercise I just demonstrated before is too much for you, then it's absolutely fine. This is still working the glutes and still working the back muscles. So let's everybody else who's doing the full shoulder bridge with me, come on up and we'll try again. Hands clasped underneath, really push your shoulders into the floor, push the standing heel into the floor, leg furthest from me this time. Breathe in, and then exhale, come up, inhale to drop. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Really concentrate on squeezing your glutes together. Breathe out, breathe in. That's it. Pushing the shoulders into the floor, push the heel into the floor. Couple more. Lift and lower, lift and lower down, feet down, and ease yourself down. Knees to chest. How's that feeling? It's quite a bit of work for the lower back, but you should be able, if you're squeezing your bottom cheeks together sufficiently, it shouldn't hurt. If anything hurts, always stop, find a modification, or simply rest. Got to keep safe. So let's roll onto our side now. And we'll start with a few basic side body exercises. Bottom arm can be long and rest your head on your arm, or maybe bend the elbow and rest your head on that. Hips are stacked on top of each other, hand is on the floor. We're starting with Pilates clam, keeping our feet together and our knees bent. Top knee lifts towards the ceiling. So take a breath in and lift and lower. Now the temptation can be that your hip will roll back as you lift your knee. We don't want that to happen. We want the work to be in the glute. So keep your hips steady and stacked on top of each other. That means you're going to need to squeeze your glutes together, squeeze your butt cheeks, so that you keep it's like as if you're trying to push your hips forward so that your knee can lift without the hips rolling backwards. So breathe in or out as you lift. It doesn't really matter. We're just getting into the groove of what we're doing. Couple more. And last one. Good. Now take that same lifted foot, take it behind the bottom leg. Stretch the lower leg out. So the leg that's on the floor is now stretched out straight, and this top leg is behind. Maybe you might need to have the foot in front. That's okay too. We're going to be lifting the straight lower leg up. So if you can, top knee is lifted towards the ceiling, foot is on the floor behind your lower leg. Bottom is squeezed so your hips are pushed forward. Pushing the hand into the floor, breathe in and lift up. Actually breathe out as you lift and breathe in as you lower. Why are we breathing out? So that we keep our pelvic floor safe. We're not putting pressure on our pelvic floor. We're actually using it to help us lift. Exhale and inhale, exhale and inhale. And if you like, if you push your hand that's on the floor here into the floor, you'll feel this side body working a little bit harder. So we're getting a full body exercise here. Pushing our arm into the floor works the muscles of our back and shoulders. Lifting the leg works the inside thigh. Squeezing the glute will keep our knee lifted and pushing that foot into the floor. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Let's do two more. And lift. Let's do one more again. I tricked you. Lift up and lower. Great work. Let's swing around and do the other side. We'll start with our clam on this side, so arm can be long, whatever feels best for your shoulder and your neck. Knees are bent towards me. Feet stay together, here we go. Again, pushing your bottom forward so that your hips don't roll backwards as you lift your knee. breathing out or breathing in, doesn't really matter here. Main thing is keeping the glutes squeezed, using the glute muscles to pull your leg right up. Really feel the work in that top glute there. Let's do several more. Just breathing comfortably. Breathing in, breathing out. A few more. Squeeze that glute. Lots of glute squeezing today. And one more, and then we'll go into our leg lifts. Lifting up, and then change that foot to behind. Straighten out the lower leg. Push the hand into the floor. Keep that foot flat, this back foot, the foot is flat on the floor. Knee is lifted, bottom is squeezed. Take a breath in and then exhale and lift and lower. So exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. Think of the inhale as preparation for lifting the leg. Pressing the hand into the floor, remember, that's it. Let's do 4 more or 5 maybe, till you start to feel it in the inside thigh there. We really want to feel some work is happening, don't we? Yes, we do. Exhaling as we lift, inhaling as we lower. Exhaling, that's it. Coming on up. Let's do 3 more. Come on, you can do it. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Good job. Nice work. Let's roll onto our tummies here. And we'll do some swimmer progressions. So, let's just imagine that the pool's reopened and we're going to grab some kickboards and have some nice easy laps up and down, just using our legs. So we'll start, that means starting with flutter kicks. So rest your head on your hands if that's comfortable for you. And we're just going to lift one thigh off the floor and lower down. Now the other one's going to lift and then lower. Again, exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. And we're going to change the breathing pattern a bit when we start into our flutter kicks, just because we're going to be moving a bit too quickly and we'd be hyperventilating and breathing in and out too quickly. But you get the drift. Let's just start really concentrating on the glutes that are lifting the thigh off the floor. So remember, you're not bending your knee, you're lifting your whole thigh off the floor. If it doesn't go very high, it doesn't matter. The main thing is feel the work here that's contracting to as if you're going to lift your leg. So if your leg doesn't actually come up off the floor, it doesn't matter. Just concentrate on the relevant glute that's working. And then as you get into it, we can start our slow flutter kick. So both legs are now lifted up. Now here we need to squeeze our sit bones together so that our pelvic floor can work, and also lift our lower belly so that our back is supported. You will feel your pubic bone push more firmly into the floor. That's what we want, because that's showing that your belly muscles and your glutes are working to keep your lower back safe while you lift your legs. So breathing in and out at whatever rhythm suits you, as long as you're breathing smoothly. It's really important to keep the oxygen flow going. Good. Now anytime you need a rest, just take a rest, that's fine. But those who are ready, after you've had a little rest, stretch your arms out at about a 45-degree angle in front of you. And we're going to lift the leg closest to me and the arm furthest from me at the same time. Lowering down, other leg lifts and the opposite arm lifts. Leg furthest from me and the opposite arm. Keeping your head either on the floor or at least looking straight down at the floor. Exhaling as you lift and inhaling as you lower. We're moving very slowly here so you can feel how your body is inclined to work. If it's too much, then just use the arms this time. We've already worked our lower half a fair bit. So if lifting arm and leg is feeling like it's straining your lower back, then just lift arms at this stage. Arm lifts and lowers, other arm lifts and lowers. That's fine. That's working the muscles behind your shoulder blades here. That's what I want you to concentrate on now. Otherwise, if you'd like some more work for your lower body as well, then you're welcome to lift arm and leg simultaneously. Exhaling as you lift, inhaling as you lower. And those who are more advanced or would like more challenge, make it smooth. So like our flutter kick, arms and legs are going to be moving simultaneously, so they're both off the floor, and we're really lifting, squeezing our sit bones, lifting our belly, breathing in and out smoothly into our full swimmer motion. This is really working all the muscles of the back, right behind the shoulders, all the way down to the glutes. Take a rest anytime you need to, choose an option if you need to. Good work. We'll come back to flutter kick, absolutely fine. Let's just do a few more. Breathing in and out. Lots of glute work today. And relax down. Hands onto shoulders. Lift yourself up to hands and knees. Bring your knees in and work yourself back to child's pose. Well done. We need to do some stretches here. So first of all, ease back through your back. That's the most important one. Stretch out your glutes. Let your whole back relax and stretch your arms forward. Just some stretches for our side body here. Reach the arm that's furthest from me. Reach it underneath and thread the needle and reach it towards me so you can look under your armpit towards me. Keeping your bottom as low towards your heels as you can manage. Take a breath in and stretch your arm as far forward as you can, and then breathe out and relax. If you can, bring your hands together so that your elbow presses into the floor, and then push your hands together and lift up and stretch up so that your shoulder comes up off the floor and your elbow is pushing into the floor. It's a nice work for your shoulders, but also to twist your upper body while your lower body is safe. With your bottom towards your heels, your lower body is safe and you're twisting up. Good stretch for the shoulders. Lower back down. Stretch your arms forward again. And then take the arm closest to me, stretch it through, and breathe in as you stretch long, reach it out. Relax here for a moment. And once again, bring your palms together, push the hands together, push the palms together, lift the shoulder off, and enjoy the twist through your upper back. And relax down. Roll over onto your back. Since we've done so much glute work today, let's do some hip butt stretches. Leg closest to me, flex the knee, flex the foot, bring the foot to your thigh, reach through to your thigh, the back of this thigh, and pull that foot towards you. See if you can push that knee out away from you as much as you can. Feel that stretch and opening through this glute here. Exhale as always and draw the knee closer towards you. And really enjoy that stretching out. Switching feet. So flexing the foot helps protect that knee from twisting. Hands behind thigh. Inhale. And then exhale and draw it in towards you. breathing nice and easy to help the stretch happen. And then knees to chest, and give yourself a gentle roll. Circle the knees just gently. And the other way. Good. Good job. Roll over. Come on up halfway. Tuck your toes, just come on up halfway. Roll yourself up to a flat back extend. And we'll finish standing the way we started. Roll yourself gently up. Just adjust the camera again while we all stand up. And let's reach up and stretch. Push the palms up towards the ceiling. Enjoy. Circle arms wide, bend the knees and come all the way down. Use your belly to lift you. You know how to work it by now. Lift up, stretch up, reach, and come down again. Last time. Exhale as you go. Breathe in, lift up, roll yourself halfway up, and give yourselves a shoulder rest. Well done. Thanks again for joining me. See you next time.